Good afternoon, Texans. I am Elizabeth Guajardo, and today I am here in the studio with women's soccer coach Pete Cuadrado and freshman defender Rylee Low. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
I was actually born and raised in the South. Born in New Orleans, grew up in Texas. Played at TCU. Was fortunate enough to play a year after that. Graduated from TCU, and then played up in Chicago for a year. I got basically get to the level where you can't make it anymore. And an old coach of mine had offered me an assistant job. So I started coaching at Valparaiso University, then Illinois State as an assistant. And I was fortunate enough to get the head coaching job at North Dakota State. For 9 years, I met my wife there. She has her PhD in education, was a professor. Actually works here at Tarleton now. And thought I was staying there forever. And one day I told her Wyoming called, and she's like, I love Wyoming. So we went and checked that university out, and we moved there. Was there for 9 years, but ultimately always wanted to get back to Texas. So that brought us back here about a year and a half ago, and have been loving life. We have one awesome daughter who's 13 years old named Cammie. And we're loving Stephenville and Tarleton.
Well, we're so glad that you're here. What about you, Rylee?
I was born in Dallas, and then shortly after that, we moved to Midland, where I grew up and did elementary school through high school. Played soccer there. I actually played basketball too. And then I played club in Dallas and in Midland, but ended up playing for Solar in Dallas and got recruited by them. And now I'm here at Tarleton.
We're also so glad that you're here. I heard y'all had a great season. We did some stories on it, and it was really awesome to hear about. With the addition of the women's soccer program to Tarleton, how have you guys liked it so far?
I mean, I've loved it. The coaches have always been so supportive of us, and they understand that we're new and we were adjusting at the beginning, but I've loved it so far and everything.
What about you, Coach, being the first head coach here?
Yeah, I mean, it's an experience that you never think about as a coach, being hired to start a program from nothing. You know, I remember on my interview, they said, we're going to play 1 year on this field, and I was like, you can't. The field's not the right dimensions, so they had to fix that, and even just little things like that you never think about. But it's been such a blast. The administration's been very supportive of us adding the program. The city, the university has been so supportive of us. I mean, we had roughly 3,000 people at our first game. It was such a cool environment and great experience for all of us, to be honest with you. And but just building this, it's been so much fun having new players that literally in a new program where everybody comes in and is new, and the excitement has been so much fun. And it's kind of, for me, getting to start your career over almost, you know, and it's one of those things you always talk about as a coach, like if I could do it from nothing, what would you do? And I actually got to experience that, and it was a pretty neat experience. And for us to finish 6-9-3 when a lot of people didn't think we'd win a game, I think is a huge accomplishment for the team.
Y'all did really good. What are some goals you have for the team coming up in the next season?
You know, I think this year, most games were competitive. I want to be competitive. 6 out of the 12 in our conference make our conference tournament. This year, in our first year, we finished 9th. I would like to see us jump into the top 6 and be in the conference tournament. Now, that's a pretty huge ask, but I think the potential is there for us. So that's something important for me, that I think we can continue to build this program forward and challenge our players and ourselves to keep getting better and try to get in that top 6. I think that'd be a huge accomplishment for next year. And believe it or not, I kind of laid that out even a year ago when I started, was let's be competitive in every game this year. And for the most part, I think we were. You know, second year, I'd love to be in the top half of the conference and in that conference tournament. And third year, I think, you know, was a goal of mine was to try to make a run at winning it. I think with all these players playing so many minutes at a young age, that experience, they'll have the older, you know, student-athlete experience when we get there.
That's awesome. What's it like being on such a competitive team? I know, like you said, you played basketball. Did you all play with the same girls, and then coming up and meeting a whole new team, a whole new program? What was that like for you?
It was really exciting, honestly, just getting to meet people from all over. And I was kind of used to it from going club to club, kind of growing up, figuring out what's best for me. But it was just really exciting getting to meet everyone, and this level is definitely the highest that I've played at so far, and it's just getting more competitive as I think just soccer's getting better in general. Everyone's just getting better, so it's really fun.
That's awesome. What was the atmosphere like at the home games? You said there was a huge turnout for the first one. Did that stay up all season? What was that like?
Yeah, I think we had great fan support. Win, lose, or draw, I think the fans showed really well at our games. I think we averaged 600-800 people a game. Obviously the first game was tremendous to have, almost 3,000 people, but even through, our rough summer that we had this year with all the 100-degree games, we had great fan support and really thank all the fans. I think, the Plowboys, the Pooh, the Pankus, all of them, showed throughout the season. ROTC did a great job of coming out and supporting and bringing the cannon, and I think that environment is something that we can just continue to build off of. Everywhere we went in town, there was the questions, oh, are you with the soccer program? We're so excited to have you. And I think that shows when we're bringing in players for recruits or whether they're on the team, that it's special. It's a special place to be. I've really enjoyed my time so much here.
That's awesome. Well, is there anything else y'all want to let people know about next season?
We're gonna go kick some booty.
Yeah, I think the excitement around our program will only continue to grow. You're getting to watch good quality college level soccer, Division I college soccer. The teams we're bringing in are great teams. Check out our schedule. Continue to come to our games. Continue to support us. It's such a neat environment to have these players from all over the country, and all over the world actually. I mean, this year we, on our team we represented 4 different countries. We had one from Spain, one from Germany, a couple from Canada, and the rest from the States. But even there, so much we had quite a few from California, Colorado, all over the place. One from Seattle. So we really appreciate all the support from the city, the university. I think it's helped us get off on the right foot.
I look forward to seeing what y'all do next season. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure talking with you guys and learning more about soccer and the program and what we can look forward to next season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course.